Hello and welcome once again to another episode of Grimoire Random Generator. I am Jay Carter and I am now learning Screencastify a little bit better so I can give you a better view of what's going on. I can be visible in the entire screen, for example, and that's good. So let's go ahead and go to our spreadsheet here. The random generator has given us what I feel like is a pretty good representation of this mini here of our gold plate mail wearing paladin, whom we have decided is Melil Jasan, and she is a paladin, 3rd level, background of acolyte, female, human, Stensia. That came from one of the plane shift PDFs from one of the Magic the Gathering planes. She is a neutral paladin. She has a strength of 16, dex 13, con 14, intelligence 13, wisdom 13, charisma 14. As a 3rd level character, that's pretty solid in terms of the ability scores she has available. Now, these ability scores have randomly generated based on the rules that are published in Player's Handbook. You roll 4 dice. I have done that digitally instead of physically. You drop the lowest. I have done that digitally as well. And you do that 6 times. I think I've done it 7 times, and then I dropped the lowest one of those. I don't have any special minimums as far as like if you have a score that's 8 or lower, for example, then re-roll. I think I might have built something in like that later, but at first I did not. Anyway, regardless, because these are all randomly generated, she legitimately earned that array of scores, nothing below 13. Pretty solid. I also want to show you how some of the other things work. The proficiency automatically loads by level. Your passive perception loads off of your perception skill down here next to wisdom, which, like all skills, is built off of the modifier that accompanies it. Initiative, of course, pulls from dexterity. Your AC pulls from all the following things. You've got your dexterity, which, of course, in this case would be 0 because she's wearing splint mail, which, as the armor class is determined, does not include dexterity. She does, however, have her armor set at 17, and she gets a 2 shield bonus. That brings her up to a 19 armor class. These death save boxes are for the sake of if a person were to, say, print this off and want to actually keep track, with a little marker or a pencil or something. The HP is automatically loaded based on the Constitution modifier and the die size of the character. These are the hit dice are conveniently located so that you can spend those in the case that you want to take a short rest. Your speeds are all listed, and I've gone ahead and included the, of course, base speed, but then also fly, swim, and climb, because you've got some races in here that can fly, swim, and climb. And in the event that you have a character race that burrows, like the Boreans, that might also, populate there. Your spell modifiers, your spell DCs, your spell attack, all those are great. And then, of course, we have our longsword. Perfect. The miniature had a longsword or some kind of sword. Probably it was a great sword, but I feel like a sword is great. It's just fine. Then, of course, we've got the range. You have a range of nothing on a longsword, a +5 to attack, all based on the relevant ability scores and other abilities. The damage, base damage of the weapon, plus any relevant bonuses, such as your strength modifier. And then, of course, the type. It's a slashing weapon. Same thing for your ranged weapon. Gives you the range, 100 to 400, and so on. And then your shield, it bumps your AC by 2. Splint sets your AC at 17. Here we've got your personality all the way down. Personality, ideal, bond, flaw. And then, of course, down here, we have this special, variable that relates to the background. So right now you have an acolyte background selected, which means that your variable associated with that would be their calling. So the calling of this acolyte is the custodian. Their calling in the church is to take care of the building and grounds. Anyway, that's sort of a description of all the basics. We'll get into the more specific things like equipment proficiencies and so on in another video. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been a great time. We'll talk to you later.